Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs of 8th of January 2025. In today's session, we are going to discuss the topics that had been covered internationally and nationally. We will see the type of things happen in this particular day, and we will see the type of things that would be helpful for our upcoming exams. And we can see the type of questions from that particular category. So let's start our session. Before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in this session. So I have got international news, national news, state news, banking and finance news, science and technology, important days, ranks and reports, summits and conferences, awards and recognitions, and at last we will talk about obituary. So we will talk about them one by one. And before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay, so first news that we have with us is regarding the MHA. And MHA launches e-student visa and e-student X visa for foreign students. So basically, we all know that a lot of students from India they go for study in abroad, and that is why it is very important for them to get the visa and instant visa, obviously. So for that purpose, the MHA has launched the e-student visa and e-student X visa. So let's read out at what it is all about. So basically, on 5th January 2025, the Ministry of Home Affairs introduced two new specialized visa categories that are the e-student visa and the e-student X visa. So basically, Home Ministry has started two types of visa, e-student visa and e-student X visa. Let me remind you very importantly that the point of citizenship and related things comes under the administration of Ministry of Home Affairs or Ministry of or Home Ministry, we can say. The e-student visa is available to eligible foreign students registered on the study in India SII portal, while the e-student X visa is for dependents of e-student visa holders. So basically, those students who are registered on study in India portal basically have got the e-student visa, and dependent people on these e-student visa holders will get the student X visa. So that is a difference between these two type of visas. First of all interested students must register on the SII portal to streamline the admission process for international students. The Ministry of Home Affairs is led by Union Minister Mr. Amit Shah and Minister of State Nityanand Rai and Bandi Sanjay Kumar. So do remember all these details regarding Home Ministry as well, and do remember that two type of new visas have been introduced. One is e-student visa, that is for the students who are wants to study abroad, and one is the student X visa, that is for the dependents of e-student visa holders. Indonesia joins BRICS as 10th full member. Very important news this is, guys, because we remember that in 2024, four members have been added into the BRICS, which was earlier was consist of only five members. In 2024, it became nine, and now it has become the total of 10 number of members who are the part of BRICS. So, which country has been added is Indonesia. Indonesia is also basically the largest archipelago that you can find on the Southeast Asian side of Asia, of the world. And when you will visit Indonesia, Indonesia is the largest archipelago, which means it is the largest group of islands in the world. And if we talk about Indonesia, so recently Indonesia has joined the as a 10th full member into the BRICS. So let's read out all about it. So on 6 January 2025, Brazil, serving as the BRICS chair for 2025, announced that Indonesia has become the 10th full member of the BRICS alliance. The inclusion of Indonesia aligns with Brazil's theme for its presidency, enhancing global South cooperation for a more inclusive and sustainable governance. BRICS was established as a formal group in 2006 with Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South Africa joined in 2010. If we talk about BRICS summit, so in 2024, remember the BRICS summit was held in Russia, and in that particular meeting, the BRICS dollar was also introduced into the market. That would be used for doing trade in between these countries. So in 2006, it was formed, and Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa joined. South Africa basically joined later. That was in 2010. In 2024, BRICS expanded by adding Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE. And with Indonesia's inclusion in 2025, the group now has 10 members. The 17th BRICS summit will be held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in July 2025. So you must be thinking that the meetings of BRICS was according to the letters, but not this time, because in 2024 what happened was that Brazil was basically holding the G20 meeting, or we can say the G21 meeting now, and that is why it was not possible for Brazil to hold the BRICS summit as well. So that is why the BRICS summit of 2024 was held in Russia. And now in 2025, the 17th BRICS summit will be held in Brazil, so that again the chronology can be done once again in a similar way. So that is why the meeting is going to be held in Brazil. So first of all, do remember that Indonesia has become the 10th full member of BRICS. So now how many countries are there in BRICS? So total 10 countries. First of all, the 5 countries are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. In 2024, 4 countries added into BRICS, that were Egypt, Ethiopia, both are in Africa. Then comes the Iran in Central Asia, and UAE, that is a Middle East country. And after all these 4 countries, now Indonesia has also been added into the BRICS. So do remember, the total number of countries in BRICS are now 10. PM Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays foundation stone for railway projects in Jammu Kashmir, Telangana, and Odisha. So on January 6, 2025, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid the foundation stones for various railway projects via video conferencing in New Delhi. The project include the Jammu Railway Division in Jammu and Kashmir, the Raigada Railway Division, building of East Coast Railway in Odisha, and Charla Pali new terminal station in Telangana. So these are the new projects that have been inaugurated. Do remember once again. So Jammu Railway Division in Jammu and Kashmir, Raigada Railway Division, building of East Coast Railway in Odisha, and Charla Pali new terminal station in Telangana. These initiatives aim to create employment opportunities, promote tourism, and lead to overall socio-economic development in the region. So as we know, when we talk about these new type of projects that are being laid, the foundation stones, or being developed or under development, it will directly or indirectly create opportunities and employment. So basically, as they are doing work with relation to the development of these 3 projects, then a lot of employment opportunities will occur in these areas, and tourism will also occur later on. The new Jammu Railway Division spans a total length of 742.1 kilometers. The Charla Pali new terminal station in Telangana includes a new coaching terminal and a second entry provision costing around rupees 413 crore. You don't need to remember everything related to these inaugurations or foundation stone. You just need to remember one thing, that PM Narendra Modi has inaugurated and laid the foundation stone for railway projects in Jammu Kashmir, Telangana, and Odisha. in this particular thing, Jammu Railway Division in Jammu and Kashmir, Raigada Railway Division building of East Coast Railway in Odisha, and a Charlapali new terminal station in Telangana. These are the projects that are under development or have been inaugurated. Government launched PLI scheme 1.1 for specialty steel to boost domestic production. So on January 6, 2025, Union Minister of Steel and Heavy Industries HD Kumaraswamy launched the second round of the production linked incentive PLI scheme for specialty steel termed PLI scheme 1.1. The scheme will operate within the allocated funds of rupees 6322 crore and will be implemented from financial year 2025-2026 to financial year 2029-2030. PLI scheme 1.1 cover 5 product categories including coated plated steel products, high strength wear resistant steel, specialty rails, alloy steel products, and steel wires and electrical steel. Investment and capacity creation threshold for cold rolled grain oriented steel have been reduced to rupees 3000 crore and 50,000 tons. The Ministry of Steel is headed by Union Minister Hara Danhali Dev Goda Kumaraswamy and Minister of State Bhupati Raju Srinivasa Verma. So do remember that government has launched the PLI scheme 1.1 for specialty steel to boost domestic production. So basically PLI basically means production linked incentive scheme, and this is the 1.1 order of this particular type of scheme, and the allocated fund is rupees 6322 crore, and the Union Minister of Steel and Heavy Industries is Mr. HD Kumaraswamy, and he has launched the second round of the production linked incentive, that is the PLI scheme. So basically it is related it is a scheme that is related directly to the production, so that is why it is called PLI scheme. So do remember the name of the Union Minister of Steel and Heavy Industries, SD Kumaraswamy. Odisha CM inaugurates Adivasi Mela 2025, launches Shahid Madhav Singh scheme. So on January 5th, 2025, Chief Minister of Odisha, Mohan Charan Majhi, inaugurated the Adivasi Mela 2025 at the exhibition grounds in Bhubaneswar. He launched the Shahid Madhav Singh Hath Kharcha scheme with a budget of rupees 156 crore to support tribal students. 9 tribal talents and 10 tribal farmers were honored for their outstanding contribution at the event. A special edition of the journal Banja 2025 was released during the event. The Adivasi Mela will be held from January 5th to January 15, 2025, featuring 147 stalls showcasing tribal art, handicrafts, and food. So basically, do remember one thing, that 2 or 3 things basically here. First is that the Chief Minister of Odisha is Mr. Mohan Charan Majhi. Second thing is that Adivasi Mela 2025 has been inaugurated at the exhibition grounds in Bhubaneswar. After that, try to remember that Shahid Madhav Singh Hath Kharcha scheme has also been launched that will help the tribal students in attaining education and all that. Apart from that, a journal has also been launched known as Banja 2025, and this particular Mela will run from 5th of January to 15th of January, which will include tribal arts, handicrafts, stalls, food stalls, and all that. So do remember that Shahid Madhav Singh scheme and Adivasi Mela has been launched in Odisha. Telangana to celebrate Savitri Bai Phulle birth anniversary as Woman Teachers Day. So the Telangana government has decided to celebrate the birth anniversary of Savitri Bai Phule on 3rd of January as Women Teachers Day every year. Savitri Bai Phule was a social worker, poet, and teacher who worked actively towards women education and freedom. She opened India's first school for girls in 1848 in Pune and became India's first woman teacher and head mistress. She published her first collection of poems, Kavya Phulle, in 1854 and Bavan Kashi Subodh Ratnakar in 1892. Pune University is named after Savitribai Phule as a tribute to her efforts for women education in India. So, if we talk about Telangana, so do remember Telangana is basically a state that was founded in 2014, first of all. And currently, the Chief Minister of Telangana is Mr. Revinath Reddy. And in Telangana, Savitri Bai Phule birth anniversary has been celebrated or is started to be celebrated as Woman Teachers Day. Other than that, now try to understand the things that this particular day will fall on 3rd of January, first of all. Then Savitri Bai Phule was a social worker, poet, and teacher who worked actively towards women education and freedom. So basically, this was a time when a lot of renaissance and lot of reforms are being done in our country by different type of activists like Raja Ram Mohan Roy and other people. And Jyotiba Phulle was also one of them, who was also a social activist who was there for reducing the social evil of casteism and other things from the society. And on the other side, Savitribai Phule was also there, and she was basically promoting the women's education and freedom. So she also became the first to open the India's first school for girls in 1848. Do you remember this point? This is very important that she was the first to open the first school for girls in 1848 in Pune and became India's first woman teacher and headmistress. Later on, she also started writing poems, which was famously known as Kavya Phule in 1854 and Bhavan Kashi Subodh Ratnakar in 1892. So that was a little bit of insight of the life of Savitri Bai Phule. And do remember that Telangana government has decided to celebrate 3rd of January as the Women Teachers Day. FIU-IND signs the memorandum with IRDAI for enhanced cooperation in combating money laundering. So on January 6, 2025, the Financial Intelligence Unit, India, signed a memorandum with the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. So basically, this is a kind of an insurance memorandum. So let's read further about it. So memorandum aims to foster mutual cooperation in areas critical to anti-money laundering. First of all, it is related to anti-money laundering. Money laundering basically means when the particular organization or particular cartel try to use the money or try to change their money from a black money to a white money. So that kind of thing is basically all money laundering. And to protect that or to curb that thing, this memorandum has been signed by FIU-IND and IRDAI. And combating the financing of terrorism within the insurance sector, basically. So insurance sector is also being scrutinized that if they are anyhow in any way they are supporting terrorism. So for that purpose, the combating the financing of terrorism is also being included in this memorandum. The agreement focuses on sharing intelligence, defining reporting procedures, organizing training sessions, conducting risk assessments, and appointing nodal officers. The MOU was signed by Vivek Agrawal of FIU-IND and Satyajit Tripathi, member, distribution of IRDAI. FIU-IND is an organization under the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, established in 2004. So basically, IRDAI and Financial Intelligence Unit, they are basically coming together to see that if any kind of support is given to the terrorism or any kind of money laundering is being done under the insurance sector. So for that purpose, they have started this memorandum and to start particularly scrutinizing the thing they are going to create a particular intelligence defining reporting procedures, organizing training sessions, conducting risk assessments, and appointing nodal officers for this particular thing. So do remember this memorandum is signed between FIU and IRDAI. RBI maintains the FRSB interest rates at 8.05% from January 1st to June 30, 2025. So in January 2025, the Reserve Bank of India announced that the interest rate for RBI floating rate saving bonds taxable FRSB 2020 T will remain at the 8.05% for the period of January 1 to June 30, 2025. So first of all, if we talk about RBI, so RBI is the central authority of banking in our country. We all know, founded in 1934, working under the Regulating Act of 1949. And they have announced that the interest rate of RBI floating rate saving bonds will remain at 8.05%. So all the banking students here who are watching this session, do remember that for the next almost 6 months, the RBI floating rate saving bonds will remain at 8.05% because this question could be directly asked into your exams. The interest rate comprises the national saving certificate rate of 7.70% and an additional spread of 0.35%. Interest earned on RBI FRSB is taxable with no tax deductions allowed for the investment, and TDS applies if annual interest exceeds rupees 10,000. The bond require a minimum investment of rupees 1,000 with additional investments in multiples of rupees 1,000 and have a 7-year lock-in period. Early withdrawal is allowed for senior citizens with a penalty after a minimum lock-in period. So basically under this category, now some of the changes are being done. So bond requires a minimum investment of rupees. Do remember this point also. What is the minimum investment? That is rupees 1,000 with additional investment in multiples of rupees 1,000 also, and have a 7-year lock-in period. So these are the details you need to remember, and do remember that RBI has maintained the FRSB interest rate at 8.05% for the next 6 months in 2025. CCI grants automatic approval to Avenue Mavco acquisition of MHM Holding GmbH. So on January 4th, 2025, the Competition Commission of India granted automatic approval of the Avenue Mavco acquisition of Germany-based MHM Holding GmbH under its Green Channel route. The target company MHM Holding GmbH is the parent company of Huber Group, a global leader in printing inks and chemicals. So basically, this is a company that is related to printing inks and chemicals, and this is the kind of acquisition of MHM Holding GmbH. Avenue India Emergence Private Limited specializes in specialty lending and investments, while Mavco Investments Private Limited is privately held by individuals and trusts. Avenue and Mavco will jointly acquire 100% ownership of MHM Holding and establish a joint venture in India. The approval streamlines the regulatory process for mergers and acquisition, enabling faster clearance for deals. So do remember that CCI grants automatic approval to Avenue Mavco acquisition of MHM Holding GmbH. Competition Commission of India is basically a authority that particularly gives approval for the merger and acquisition of different companies. Do remember that. New ant species Tapinoma onele discovered in Western Ghat. I hope you remember that a blue ant was also discovered in Arunachal Pradesh. Apart from that, a new type of slug was discovered on the coast of Odisha, which was named after the president, Mrs. Draupadi Murmu. And apart from that, a snake was discovered basically in Western Himalayas that was named after Leonardo DiCaprio, that is the Hollywood actor, the famous Hollywood actor. And apart from that, needlefish was discovered in Kerala, and some other organisms were recently discovered. And now, one thing more you can add in that category is the new anti-species, that is Tapinoma onele, and it has been discovered in Western Ghats. So, in January 2025, researchers from Goa, Dehradun, and Karnataka discovered a new ant species named Tapinoma onele in the Western Ghats, Kodagu district, Karnataka. The species is named after the Kannada term onaile, meaning dried leaves, reflecting its natural habitat in the leaf litter of the forest floor. This discovery follows previous notable finds such as Prota Nila Flama and Probo Lomi Rumex Procne. Leaf litter is vital for the ecosystem, providing shelter and nourishment for a range of organisms, including ants. These ants help with decomposition, soil movement, and pest control, playing an essential role in forest ecology. So, do remember that a new ant species, Tapinoma onile, discovered in Western Ghats. CSIR NPL celebrates 79th Foundation Day, advancing meteorology for national development. So on January 4th, 2025, CSIR National Physical Laboratory, CSIR celebrates its 79th Foundation Day in New Delhi. CSIR NPL signed MOU with IITM Chennai for academic and research collaboration, and with the CSIR Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants for producing Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravya. Two new BNDs were introduced: lanthanum hexaboride powder for calibration standards in powder X-ray diffraction, and white Portland cement standard. CSIR NPL is India's National Meteorology Institute, responsible for developing, maintaining, and disseminating national standards. So do remember that January 4, 2025, CSIR National Physical Laboratory celebrates the 79th Foundation Day and has signed a memorandum with relation to some of the new type of research purpose and other things. And other than that, this particular department, CSIR NPL, is dedicated for the National Meteorology Institute. MOE released UDISE plus report for 2023-2024 on school education. School enrollment dropped by over 1 crore compared to 2018-2019 level. So in January 2025, the Ministry of Education released the UDISE plus 2023-24 report on school education in India. The report indicates a decrease in school enrollment from 25.17 crore in 2022 to 2023 to 24.8 crore in 2023 to 2024, a drop of nearly 1.22 crore students compared to 2018-2019. The number of boys enrolled in the school decreased by 4.87%, while the number of girls enrolled declined by 4.48% from 2018-19 to 2023-24. The report also shows a reduction in single teacher schools by 7219, with Madhya Pradesh recording the highest number of such schools. The Ministry of Education is led by Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and Minister of State Jayant Chaudhary and Dr. Sukanta Majumdar. So do remember that the Ministry of Education has released the UDISE report, and under that particular report, we can see a drop of over 1 crore number of students as compared to 2018-19 and comparing to 2023-24. So over the period of approximately 5 years, 4 to 5 years, there is a drop of approximately 1 crore students who are dropping out from the schools. And in boys, the decrement is by 4.87%, and in girls category, it is 4.48%. Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh chaired the Northeast Region State States Meet 2025 held in Guwahati, Assam. So in January 2025, Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh chaired the Northeast Region States Meet 2025 in Guwahati, Assam. The event organized by the Department of Fisheries reviewed the implementation of the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. The minister distributed certificates to fisheries beneficiaries and inaugurated the 50 key projects worth rupees 50 crore under PMMSY. He also launched India's first organic fisheries cluster in Soreng district of Sikkim. Do remember this point? This is the most important point, that India's first organic fisheries cluster is in Soreng district of Sikkim. The Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying is led by Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh and Minister of State SP Singh Baghel and George Kurian. So do remember that the Union Minister Rajiv Ranjan Singh chaired the Northeast Region States Meet 2025, and which was held in Guwahati, Assam. And majorly the things are related to the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, because these particular states largely depends on the fishery production and related products. And do remember third point from this particular news, that India's first organic fisheries cluster is in Soreng district of Sikkim. If you remember the similar type of thing which we read earlier also, the waste management system was to be indigenously waste management system was to be inaugurated in Gorakhpur in UP. Overview of the 82nd Golden Globes Award 2025. Jacques Audiard, Emilia Perez bagged 4 awards. So the 82nd Golden Globes Award were held on 5th of January 2025 at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. American comedian and actress Nikki Glaser made history as the first woman to solo host the event. Do you remember this point? This is an important one. And at which place these awards were held, and these awards were held at Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. Jacques Audiard, Amelia Perez won 4 awards, including Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress, Joe Saldana, Best Non-English Feature, and Best Original Song. The Brutalist won 3 awards, including Best Actor, Adrian Brody, Best Director, Brady Corbett, and Best Movie Drama. Shogun swept all 4 of its categories, winning Best Series, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. So these are the details of the people of the film and the people who got the awards during the 82nd Golden Globes Award. Generally, the Academy Awards will be coming further in the next 1 or 2 months. And generally, what we can see is that whatever awards are given during the Golden Globe, generally the same awards we can see in the Academy Awards as well. So do remember that this award is also very important, and all the things that we have read here, we can see it also to be coming in the Academy Awards that are also famously known as the Oscar Awards. Former Greek Prime Minister Kostas Simitis passed away. So former Greek Prime Minister Kostas Simitis passed away at the age of 88 in Corinth, Greece. He served as the Prime Minister of Greece from 1996 to 2004 and was credited as the architect of Greece joining the Euro. Costas Simitis was a founding member of the socialist Pan-Hellenic Socialist Movement, that is PASOK party. He lowered the public debt and budget deficit during his administration. Basically, he was able to control the revenue system and was able to create the profit out of the system, out of the revenue system of the Greece, and paved the way for Greece to join the Eurozone in 2001. He also helped Cyprus join the European Union in 2004. So, do remember that the former Greek Prime Minister Kostas Simitis passed away. He was famous for lowering the public debt and budget deficit, and also for helping Cyprus in joining the European Union in 2004, and also the Greeks joining the Euro. So, for that purpose, he was remembered, and his name was Kostas Simitis. Renowned Kannada novelist and writer Na D'Souza passed away at the age of 87. So, on January 5th, 2025, prominent Kannada novelist and writer Norbert D'Souza, popularly known as Dr. Na D'Souza, passed away at the age of 87 in Mangalore, Karnataka. He was known for his inspiring work on social justice, human rights, and human relationships. Na D'Souza wrote over 40 novels, various short stories, plays, and children's literature, totaling more than 94 published books. He presided over the 80th Kannada Sahitya Sammelan in 2014 and received various awards, including the Karnataka Sahitya Academy Award and the Karnataka Rajyotsav Award. Some of his work were adapted into critically acclaimed films, including Kadina Benki, Dvipa Baluvali, Antarya, and Betada Pura Ditta Makalu. So, do remember his name. No, Kannada novelist and writer Na D'Souza. He passed away. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things with me in this session and gained a great knowledge that will help you in your upcoming exams and clearing those exams. So I will meet you in the next session and we will discuss some more things related to it. And till the time we meet, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.